Go! God level, you can tell him I said it. Level up. God level, you can tell him I said it. Level up. God level, you can tell him I said it. But I will persevere. They say the end is near, but I will persevere. Every W is different, some come in the form of a weapon. The best L I'm taking is in the form of a lesson. They say the end is near, but I will persevere.
Oh my God. We're definitely going to have to go back to StreamYard.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry. I will be canceling this platform tonight, and we're going to go back to StreamYard. It's just much smoother over there. It is absolutely much smoother over there. I love the sound effects that they have over here. They do have some good things they have over here that they don't have on StreamYard. However, when it comes to getting on, we didn't have too many problems. It was just smooth. You just click, 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 boom, 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 and bam, we just glided on in. So
Sometimes. Not all the time.
for the most part.
Yeah.
All right. This is things that people don't want to talk about, brought to you by me, God Level. I'm originally from St. Louis, Missouri. I am a mother. I am a nurse. I am an aunt. I'm a friend. I'm a Gigi. I am everything good. John, producer, you want to go ahead and represent yourself?
John Skywalker here. Lyricist, spoken word artist, martial artist, personal trainer, lover of life, student of psychology, and I'm a father who has 5 hip hop albums streaming on all major platforms now. Final Dimensions, Higher Dimensions, Dimensions, Light Benders, and the Law of Affirmations. Go cop that.
Get him. Go get him. King Newborn. Oh, he's having some issues. We're going to keep going. Coach D, you want to go ahead and represent yourself?
Etepu Unk Uja Sumb. This is Coach D, personal development life coach extraordinaire. Currently taking clients. So if anybody out there who got some goals that they want to reach, you want to take those steps, you want to put those into action items and action steps, that's what I'm here for. No matter what their goal is. Holla.
That's what's up. Inattentive Ivy and her hamsters. You want to go ahead and represent yourself, sweetie?
Child, my hamsters be hamstering. What's going on, y'all?
Baby.
It's your girl Ivy, man. Listen, they be doing their own thing, not even kidding. I'm Inattentive Ivy on TikTok. It's your girl coming to you. I talk about adult ADHD. I talk about mental health. And yeah, I'm a mom, a sister, former broadcast journalist, former media operations specialist. I do a little bit of everything, but now I sit with these lovely people and I talk about all the stuff. And I'm of service. I'm glad to be here.
And you know we're happy to have you here, right? I have to tell you every week. I love you. Thank you.
Tell me every week, but I love you too.
We was waiting for you. Okay. All right. Aaron, AP, you want to go ahead and represent yourself?
Yeah, to start off, Ivy, your hair looks good, and so does yours tonight. Okay, I see both of y'all. And I
Thank
see
you.
Mr. Cool Daddy, Coach D with the change. We can hear you. We
Wow,
need you
we
to
can hear
introduce
you.
yourself.
We can hear you. He's just- we
Please
don't
excuse
know.
our technical difficulty. This is just only going to take a second.
Somebody mute him though, so we can keep going.
Yeah, we need King Newborn. You want to introduce yourself before I go, or you want me to go ahead?
No, you go ahead and go. He can't
I
hear
don't think he
us.
can hear you. Go.
Oh, you can hear me?
No, that's not King
That's
Newborn.
not King Newborn.
That's
You can't
not.
hear
You
me?
on stage.
Yeah, we can
I'm
hear
on
you,
stage.
King.
Ah, hell.
That's Kenny. Kenny, you were
It
supposed to
is.
come on 7:15.
Okay, I think that's me right there. Give me 1 second.
Mute
Y'all
him.
got good patience.
Oh,
Somebody mute him.
somebody mute
Mm,
this man.
John, can you
Somebody
mute
mute him
his
because he.
mic?
He's the only one who can. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Go
Yeah,
ahead,
put him
guys.
backstage and mute him. We'll bring him back. It's
Oh, I'm AP. I'm a pharmacy technician of 20 years. I'm an auntie, a parent. I'm healed, and I'm just here to
Mm.
say I'm happy to be here with everybody.
We happy
And
to have you. We happy to have you.
thank you, my love. I am so happy to be here with you guys. I love you too, Ivy. This is a great panel. So, and I love all of you guys. Not just Ivy. I love everybody.
Thank you. Make sure you put that everybody. Put up the St. Louis twang on it.
Right,
Everybody.
everybody. I love
Everybody.
everybody.
Yeah.
You know, I got a gumbo of every of all the
Hmm.
accents, so you might hear say it's a little bit of anything come out of my mouth.
All right. We have special guests tonight. We have two actually. The first one is Miss Sinitra. Did I say it right? Christina Bates. She is going to be talking to us this evening about life insurance. Now you all know how we push that. We're tired of the fish fries, the GoFundMe's. I'm not, as Black people, we need to have we need to have life insurance.
Yeah,
We
and
we we
I'm gonna throw this out here, and I said this the other day, and I know somebody might get mad, but an insurance policy every month costs less than 3.5 grams of marijuana. So while y'all out there smoking and buying them 3.5s for $40, you can put that $40 on insurance policy. Now,
real talk.
if you
Real
got
talk.
kids, you need to be thinking about their future because when
Yes.
you gone, somebody got to take care of them.
Yeah. Yeah. Please. Please. So, Miss Christine, the floor is yours. Can she hear me?
I don't know if she can
Is he
still hear me
massaging somebody?
Mhm.
yet.
The technical difficulties are real. Please excuse us. Go ahead, Miss Christina. John, remove her name, please, so we can see her full face.
Uh, can't remove her name.
Just
Well, you
how
know
you
what?
make it disappear.
All
Uh,
of ours got to go.
yeah, all of
You
them
got to take
gotta
them all
go.
down.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, let's see what I can do here. Ooh, yeah, there's a lot going on here. I don't know if I can remove that.
We janky this evening.
Janky promoters.
This is some hood shit right now.
Don't take it lightly that you have given to your platform.
Oh, thank you. I be jumping back in action though.
She's back.
Okay.
Or continues.
Bad connection.
As
Okay, go ahead.
Renee said,
Oh, she's having some really bad connections. She has a really bad connection. Oh God.
for long,
Oh, this
the
is
501c8, which are not for profit life insurance companies. Because not only do the companies that life insurance policy, but it's also
My connection better? Y'all hear me?
let me text her now.
for your time while you're live
Peace. Anybody can hear me? Peace.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes.
on community.
It was a major delay.
We're having trouble hearing you, Miss
Yeah,
Christine.
with Miss Christine, yeah, you're in and out.
Fa-
Man. And we really needed to get that information out there. This is Miss Christina. She was going to I'm sorry, Christine. She was going to give us information concerning life insurance, which is definitely needed. She's having some bad connection right now. So just bear with us. Christine, how are you doing?
I'm doing exceptionally well. How are you?
I am good. It seems like your connection is getting better. So we're definitely going to go from there. I'm sorry. This is Miss Christine, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead, love. Oh, there it goes again.
Might need to bring the video
Let me see if I
resolution
duck out.
down.
If one of us duck out, maybe hold on. Let me try to see if
Okay.
I go. Maybe
I
it will
get what
let
you're
me.
saying.
It could be the bandwidth thing.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
Yeah.
I can duck out too.
Go right ahead. And then we got,
Just
because it's
change.
gonna come back. We're gonna be good when we come back. Okay. All right.
I lowered my resolution too, so
Okay.
hopefully that helps.
Oh my God. I just seen it. I'm sorry. Do your thing, Kenny. Do your thing, Kenny.
Okay, we can hear you.
Let's see if that helps.
No, that's not helping with the
It's not
connection.
helping at all. Are you on
No.
your phone? No, go ahead, Kenny. Do your thing. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
that
That's
is
much
great.
better.
That is great. Let me add her to the scene and then take this one
Is that
off.
better?
Yes.
Much.
Yes.
Okay, now God level, I can't hear you, but if you can hear me, I will just speak. And then if there are questions, you can let me know. Okay. So again, good evening. My name is Sidnitra Christine Bates, and I'm here representing the 501c8 not-for-profit life insurance companies. As God level mentioned earlier, these matters they're critical to our communities. For a time now, these conversations have been taboo, but I'm grateful to be connected with the 501c8 Impact Initiative and focused on community, because we specifically teach about the 501c8 not-for-profit life insurance companies. And these companies not only provide the same insurance that the for-profit companies do, the same benefit, but the benefits of the not-for-profit go far in depth. There are at least 9 to 10 programs that some of the companies that we are in communication with and in partnership with that provides their members deals and discount clubs, scholarships, parental legacy programs, community grants, which are my favorite. I have utilized thousands of dollars just by being a member, and have put more money into my community than I had ever have on my own. And it's because of the opportunities by being a member of a 501c8. Some of the other programs, tuition reimbursement. There's money for you if you desire to get a certification. There's also over 200 online learning programs that you can access for free. There's so many different programs and benefits just by being a member of a 501c8. And again, it's a win-win-win. It's a win for you because you're taking care of your family. That's something biblically that we are have been charged to do. And even if you're not even in that space, it's just a good thing to have. You mentioned the fish fry. You mentioned,
Yes.
some of the things that we do after the fact. But
Yeah.
insurance is not a bill. It is an investment
Yeah.
into your family's well-being after
Absolutely.
you have made your transition. And I particularly enjoy the 501c8s because, again, it's about living your best life now. And if there's a way to benefit your family, benefit yourself and the community, that's a no-brainer.
Right.
So that's the gist of the information. I am happy to answer any questions, but that's basically what we're here to represent tonight.
Oh, absolutely. So how do someone go do you have her information? Could we leave her information in the comments? Because I want people to be able to reach out to you. How how does a person qualify for life insurance? Because I know some life insurance policies require you to go to the doctor, get blood tests, get weighed in. You got to do this, you got to do that. What do they need to do? Oh, shook it. She can't hear
Thank
me.
you all so very much for having us. As I stated at the onset, we don't take it lightly that you continue to invite us to your platform. Congratulations to each and every one of you. If you can send me a text if there are any questions, and then I am happy to answer them.
Please do, because we're having some technical difficulties. Thank you. Thank you so
God
much.
bless
I
you
really
all.
appreciate it. Yeah. All right. All right. We janky tonight. We just janky. All right. We know what, the show got to keep going. We have Mr. Oh wow. We have Mr. Kenny who does massages. I'm going to go ahead and add him, and he's going to pump up his business.
On now, thanks. All right, hey, how y'all doing? I'm gonna pause.
All right.
All right, so look, oh, I have a spa called Ahoy Therapy. What I'm doing right now is called wood therapy. The reason why I'm doing wood therapy to get like the cellulite. Oh, I understand the stigma of where it is. It's a nigga massage therapist, so he gonna be playing with some chicks' booties. That ain't what this is, sir. Oh, I don't be playing with nobody booties and stuff like that. It's kind of embarrassing a little bit. I look at her. What's her name right there? What's up, Renee? Hey, get you over here on the table. But the whole thing is wood therapy. It just helps to break down a little bit of like the cellulite, a little bit of body contouring, and we just happen to be on this particular part of the matter. But Ahoy Therapy, we do a lot of lymphatic drainage massages. So once the women they go get type of BBL surgeries, tummy tuck surgeries, to get their post-op massages. So yeah, this is a little bit of what it looks like. She did not have a BBL. She just blessed, but she said that's it.
Well, you know what? Thank you to the young lady who you're giving this wood massage therapy to for allowing her one of the best part of her assets to be shown live on the podcast. Thank you so much. Nice shape, by the way.
Just outside of this, I promise.
She used to be on Players Club. Remember?
How does it feel?
Honestly, it's a little painful. When he's breaking down fat cells, it's not always the most comfortable.
Okay.
Definitely see a difference. He's super professional. Yeah, he makes you feel at home. It's nothing creepy or uncomfortable. But results, so that's a plus.
So is this your first time coming to him?
I came to him for his land and sea massage, which is body and feet. That was like 2 months ago. And then wood therapy, I did come back for that as well.
All right. How did you enjoy that?
Perfect.
Oh, okay. So how much is this? If you don't mind me asking, how much does something like this runs?
$45 a session. And you need about like 10 sessions to get to how you want to get to. Yeah. And that's half off right now.
Oh, okay. So half off of $45, or that's the half off price?
Yeah. So typical price is like $90, but it's gonna be half off of $45.
Okay. All right. We're that's cheap. No, it's not 45 and a half. It's I'm really trying to keep it together here. Please excuse me. It's $90 for what he is doing right now, which is called wood massage therapy. Am I correct?
Yeah, it's called wood therapy. Don't be saying Kenny give him wood. That's this place up down the street. They'll do the wood. They'll give you the wood and maybe massage you.
Oh my God. I want to thank you. I'm sorry, and to the young lady who allowed us to see what we seeing right now. I want to thank you so much for being so brave. Thank you, Kenny. I really appreciate you coming on to pump up your business. Is there any way they can get in contact with you, Kenny?
Yes. You can find me on Google at Ahoy. Like if you Google Ahoy Spa, and
Mm-hmm.
you on there, you'll find also on like Facebook, Ahoy Therapy LLC on Facebook. Also, Ahoy Therapy LLC on Instagram as well.
We will definitely be posting your information. Thank you, Search. Thank you so much, John. John is awesome. We put it over on the on the live at the bottom. So search Ahoy Spa on Google, and they will be able to get in contact with you and get one of these beautiful wood massages. Well, this is a first. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Kenny. You have a wonderful and blessed evening, and you stay blessed, young lady.
What's up?
Can we just breathe for a second? I am so serious. To Aaron and Diamond, you please come on back in. Wait a minute, there go Aaron. Aaron, did that just happen?
Don't. I
was trying
did
not to state
everything
the
that I
obvious.
would have done, but I mean, I wasn't ready. I mean, I guess that's the way to pump up. I just wasn't ready. I wasn't ready.
That was a nice
ass.
pump
I
up
was just not
your
ready
business.
for ass on the film, on the video.
Yeah, and she was talking with us.
She took
She
it,
was
but
talking.
Yeah, she's a
And
soldier. Yeah, because we just had a little soft porn there.
We really did. People are gonna go look for this video now.
Right, we got to. Yeah,
people are gonna go look for this video.
But
I
hey,
don't even know how to
I wasn't ready
go
for
into the topic. That was man. Whoa.
There's no segue for that. There's no segue.
There is no segue for that because we're talking about something totally different. This got real serious. I don't.
But you know what? I might go get one of massage.
Kitty was doing his thing, baby. Was he not?
Him, and I know what he's doing.
He was.
I know what the method is, and I'm like, shit. I need to get some of this cellulite squeezed up out these legs because I got these legs starting to look like 50-year-old legs, and I don't like it. So I'm like, $45.
Yeah, it's half off right now. So
you use the bathroom a lot after that. And after it breaks up those fat cells, you urinate a lot. It's got to come out some way.
I don't know, dude. Oh, I'm sorry.
Right.
That's
I got you.
John. What is? We
I
can't
was trying
see
not to
nor
state the
hear you.
obvious.
Me?
Man, this ain't no Christian.
Oh yeah. Let's go ahead and just.
Because I don't even know where to go. We just had whole
we just had
look
the
at
whole.
Look at Diamond. Did he just do the?
Yeah. I
didn't
don't
come
even
back
want to
because he
talk
was
about
tripping in the
this.
comments.
I'm serious. Can we really talk about that after that?
We ain't got no choice.
I mean, booty, rocking everywhere.
And it was a nice one
it was the
too.
first
Y'all
day.
can't
Yeah,
deny
she had a
that.
nice. Yeah, she had a nice.
Yeah, he couldn't have picked a better one to have on there.
Man. She had the little crease and everything.
Right. I'm like, I gotta stop because I could find him here on the funeral, so everything be funny to me.
Somebody said this was a first. Who said this was a first? Yeah.
Coach D. Goes him crazy.
Oh my God. I know people are going to see that and be like, how do you go from that to talking about
Girl, they gonna
this?
ask what the number is. Who said I'm not coming back?
Who said? Somebody said I'm not coming. Who
I
said
think
that?
Diamond said
I
he
said
ain't
that.
coming back.
He
I
ain't
said
coming back.
Diama was tripping in the comments, y'all. That's why I was over here cracking up most of the time. I was like, he ain't got none of the good sense. None of it.
Oh my God.
Nuns.
Let me go. Oh my, really, Diamond? I didn't even get a chance to ask the question that Katie had. Oh
I don't know, but we're gonna have to screen, do some better screening.
yeah.
What? No ass.
Yeah, and then no, and please do not put booty.
And I guess
Yeah,
there was a better
and he
way.
was like,
I guess
he's
they
like, I'm
showed
not
us
giving
when he
out no
doing it.
wood. They giving up wood up the street. I'm just like, Kenny, this
Oh
is.
my goodness.
Y'all didn't hear that?
I did. I was trying to.
My
I was
facial
trying not to react.
expressions.
Let that man make his money.
But
Anyway,
I don't
you
know
know
how
how.
people gonna feel because he didn't protect the privacy of his client. I'm not sure.
She was okay with it,
Yeah, she was talking.
But I'm saying, but other people may not feel like that. You know, they
but
may
that was
feel,
just a one-time thing. This was, this was a one-time thing. He was
I'm just telling you how
pumping up
people
his
normally
business. I'm sure he's not going to be live every day
We'll
recording.
call it a disclaimer.
Yeah, they
Here's
got
the disclaimer.
guy on Instagram.
Where the disclaimer at?
The disclaimer is the opinions and the propriety, the views of the people who come on here to promote their businesses are not the opinions, views, and thoughts of those panelists who are involved with things that people don't want to talk about. Incorporated 2021.
Amen.
Ashe and an ashy sweet potato to all of you.
Damn right.
Silly ass. Not an ashy sweet potato.
Damn right. Because I'm still trying to figure out how to ease this next topic in.
Now you just got to rip the Band-Aid off, Mom.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah.
And it's, what time is it? My brother is not here. King Newborn is having some connection issues.
He's right there. He's waiting to be let in.
Oh, well, let him in. Somebody let him in.
You gotta let him introduce himself. He didn't get a chance to do that.
Okay. All right.
No, he went right back out for some reason.
There he is. There he is. All right, brother. You did well with not looking. Do your thing. Go ahead and introduce yourself. That was a lot of ass.
You said I did well.
You was over there like this.
Peace. King Newborn. I hope y'all can hear me.
We can.
Go ahead, keep the show going.
Introduce yourself, because that's all you got.
Can you hear us? That's the question.
I hope he can hear me. Today was kind of janky. He's saying just keep going. That's fine. Wow. Thank you for that disclaimer, Miss Ivy. That was perfectly well said and put together right off the top, baby. That's why I fucks with you. Okay. We're going to go ahead and move on to our topic tonight. We're going to just keep this short and sweet. Last week we talked about what goes on in this house lives in this house. Not what goes on in this house stays in this house. Give me a second. I'm still trying to bring it down. This week we're going to talk about who lives next door to you and why it is important to know who lives next door to you. If you've caught any of our earlier podcasts, we've talked about how in the Black community, Black women are 65% head of household. Or I guess I can switch that. Black women are running the homes, and single parent, they represent 65% of all single parent homes out there in the Black community. So it's important for those women to know who is living next door to them, especially when raising children that like to go outside and play unsupervised. You you want to know the area in which you're moving in, and what to look out for and who to look out for. Um, John, if you could put up the website Smart, this is a very, very, very good website that you can go on and put in your address and find out any sexual offenders that are living close to you. You could do within 1 mile, 2 miles, 3 miles. This is the National Sex Offender Public website. You can search by name and or address and including state, which will bring up all of the sex offenders in your neighborhood. Um, whew. They are broken down into tiers. Top one, two, and three. Tier one, I didn't go into what is required or what do they have to do to become a tier one. I just know tier three is the worst that you can have. Will give you a lifetime registration that you have to go in every 90 days to see someone, and you are not eligible to even be removed off of this list. Tier one requires 15 years registration. They have to report to the chief law enforcement officer in person once a year on their birthday. And if they are a tier two, they have to do this for 25 years, twice a year. They will give you on there when you go to research, they will give you the crime that they have committed, at what age, even the victim's age, and including city and state in where this offense has taken place. When I spoke to one of my panelists, Miss Ivy, she told me she lives by this site. Anytime you're getting ready to move within a new neighborhood, you have young children and you want to keep them protected, it's good to know who's around you. I did it at work, and I found out within 3 miles of where I work is 227 of them. And there was a lot of tier three. Yeah. It's shocking when you look this up, how many offenders are actually close to you. I did this in Jefferson City. Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. Who are we speaking with? Who is that?
That is Katie Dent Knuth.
Oh, thank you, Miss Katie.
Yeah.
Definitely. You just want to know who's in your neighborhood. Now, I'm not telling you to get on here and go and start to harass these people, because some people do change, and not everybody on there is a tier three. I did see a couple of gentlemen on there where, I'm gonna chop it up to young love, young dumb love. He was 19, she was 17. So you will see that. You will definitely see that. Sometimes even if you've been convicted of indecent exposure. Yeah.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I know. Thank you. Your mom was my best friend. Yeah. She is still missed. She is definitely still missed. Thank you, Miss Katie. Ooh, took me back just for a hot second. This law actually, the National Sex Offender actually came about after, let me see, Whitley. Now you got to give me a minute. Oh my God, Ivy. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I just to speak on my own experience. I used to live on a military base, and on the military base there are there are certain regulations or whatever. And I just know that when I moved off base, there were a couple of incidents that were close to the neighborhood that I moved into, and I was like, okay, this probably needs to be I probably need to take a look into this. And I actually found that there are some registries. So when I look for a place to live, besides just like the school district that I'm moving into, and the crime rate and things of that sort, I also look to see who's around. um I look around just to, because before I had my two sons, and they were young, and I was just like, just to be cognizant, just to be aware, just to give that, not necessarily another like layer of protection, but just to look and just to be aware, and to make sure that my kids are aware that these things, that there are people who can, you know yeah, just to
Yeah.
be like I said, just to be cognizant, to be aware. And that was pretty much it. So I considered it heavily, like that would tell me, I'm like, do I necessarily want to live here, you know
All
um
right.
yeah. And like you said, there are some people who can, they were 19, they were 20, they might
Yeah.
have dated somebody who was 3 years younger, and
Mm-hmm.
circumstances can definitely happen. um and that can be one of those things. But I know that there are not just the site that you shared, but there are some other sites that actually show exactly what happened, like what the offender was charged
Yeah.
with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
And I
smart does too.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't want
Each
to get
state has
into.
their own.
Mhm.
Missouri has their own. I've been
Mhm.
on that one, but each state has their own
Yeah.
database because it's public record.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It is made public. There is nothing going to be put in a private area for any of these gentlemen or ladies. And there was some women on there
Hit
too.
on that
So
one.
don't.
Yeah.
Hey.
I was about to say hit on that one too, because it's
Ooh.
it's not gender specific. You know what I'm
It is
Right.
saying?
not.
Yeah. That
It
needs
is
to be
definitely
mentioned.
not.
Hmm.
Um, how to prevent something like this from happening to your child? You want to sit down and talk to them about sexual abuse. You want to be as clear as possible with them and letting them know um, what is allowed and what is not allowed. I think we talked about sitting on a man's lap last week. Not allowed. A man
Appropriate
wanted
is such an
inappropriate.
inappropriate
It is it
subject.
is it is inappropriate.
Yeah.
Being overly affectionate towards a child that does not belong to you. Mm, a list for all violent
Mm.
offenders. Yeah, for all that you do.
Are we? I'm about to say, you about to dig into that? Do you really?
Mm-mm.
I mean, do you really want to dig into that?
That's
Because
a
that could
lot.
be. That is. That is a
Ooh.
lot. A lot. A lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
With the
Yeah. When you start.
internet and everything being public record,
Mm-hmm.
you can pretty much look up and find anything that you want on a person. I know
You
here in
really
Yeah.
Missouri,
can.
case.net, and you can look up charges from any charge that a person's ever had if you want to do sometimes. And I
Oh,
don't mind looking people up. So if you
oh,
if
right. I
you
don't mind
around
looking
me,
people up
right?
either.
If you're around me, you may or may not get looked up.
Okay, who wrote that? They talk to your kids. It is so important. My child
That's Miss
told me
Katie.
immediately. Miss Katie, if you see the number, if you don't mind calling in, you can definitely, if you don't mind sharing your story and what you did after the fact. I think it's so important for people to hear the after. We hear about it happening, but what happened after? What did you do? Did you call the police? Did you get a lawyer? Was he arrested? Is he in jail? It is the after. And how was your child doing? Did you get therapy? Are they okay? Because I know in some cases, depression, bipolar disorder, anxiety, anxious, like they start to develop these mental illnesses after something like this has occurred to them, because they have to start lying to themselves to make sense of what just happened. And they're questioning themselves. Why me? Why did this happen to me?
And
So
this should be used as a preventative tool.
yes,
And
definitely.
it's so many parents, like you said, unsupervised children unsupervised outside.
Hmm.
I know that everybody thinks that twerking is cute and it's the thing to do, but
Mm-mm.
if you got several sex offenders around, living around your area, and your daughter's out there twerking, or even your son, because it depends on what their preference is. You're looking at it as, oh, ain't it cute, and look what they doing. That could be a whole porno for these people out here. It
Yeah.
could be a whole teaser for them. They
Mhm.
could be looking at your children. People don't think about, and I don't want to make everything be out to be one of the Lifetime movies and stuff like that, but you have
Mhm.
to be very careful of what your children are doing and who's watching. We
Mhm.
got in this keep it real era, and we don't know how keeping it real is keeping it dangerous. We have these children on TikTok doing these different dances, doing these different things, and you never know who's sitting there playing with themselves, watching your child. Now, when
Yeah.
I put it that way, and I'm making it sound very harsh because that's what's going on. And
Right.
people don't want to believe that, or they don't want to listen to it. But there are some people. Do you know sex offenders? Most of them are not even allowed to have a smartphone because they're not supposed to have access to the internet, because they're not supposed to be able to watch sexual activity or things that may turn them on or provoke them.
Oh
Wow.
wow.
So it's
You
like these young girls out here, and some even the older ones, the parents, grandparents think that this is cute, and it's not cute
It's
because
not.
you never know who's
Who's
watching.
watching?
And just because
Yeah.
just because mama boyfriend seems like such a nice person, if she dancing too provocatively at 13 years old, she has body parts like a 24-year-old. You never know what's going on. I'm
I just
not
want to
Exactly.
bring up
accusing everybody. I'm not saying everybody is that type of person, but do you want to take that type of risk? There's some type of things that we have to take responsibility for on our end, so they're not looked as a sexual object.
I just want
Mm.
to bring
So
up what Miss
go
Katie
ahead.
was saying. Miss
Go
Katie
ahead.
she's been commenting
A
in the
lot.
section, and she
Yeah.
said that, yeah, and she said that, I'm speaking of her experience. She said that she made a mistake by going to the police about the. I
Why?
would love to. I would love to hear your
Man,
thoughts, Miss Katie.
please,
Calling
Miss
at the
Katie,
number 832. Where is that? It's
four
scrolling.
seven
It's about
nine
to.
9035.
Yeah, that would
Yeah,
be.
it's still open. That line is still definitely open. Yeah,
Yeah,
35.
that
Yeah.
would be. That would really be interesting to hear from how you dealt with that. You know,
Oh,
yeah, and and I'm gonna be honest. We can say that that the issue could be like how exactly we're telling our kids to consort and things of that nature. But when it really comes down to it, it's I think that is the person. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Oh gosh. No, we can't see you. We can't see you when you call. We just hear your voice, Miss Katie.
that's it. We just, yeah,
Yeah.
But
that's
Yeah,
it.
look, I'm a mess too. I hear you. Just
Yeah.
call
yeah,
in,
but
girl.
you
You
need to
just call
know
in.
who lives next door to you. You need to know who you are dealing with when you are dating. Stop taking
Yes.
these children through these relationships with you guys. If it's only gonna be a 2 to 3 month relationship, stop taking these children through these 2 or 3 month relationships with you, that you don't know these people and you
Right.
don't know what's going on. Check these folks out before you start. And I'm not. It's not the little girl, just the little girls you got to worry about. We're finding out
Boys too.
boys too, and we're finding out as these men are getting older and it's becoming more common that people are healing more and
Hmm.
getting more therapy and so on and so forth, that a lot of little boys were getting the things were getting being done to them. But you figure, back then we would say, oh, he got a wife, he got kids, so he don't
Mm.
want to do nothing. Like, you never know. And it's just
Never.
like, you cannot, I don't think you could be too cautious with a child when
With
you're
your
talking
children.
about children.
Yeah.
You really
With
cannot
your
be too
children.
cautious.
You can't.
And these women they want to be in these relationships so bad that sometimes they turn a blind eye and sacrifice
This is
for
God
the
level. Who am
good
I
of their
speaking with?
children.
Hi, Katie.
Hi.
How are you?
I didn't mean to make you cry,
It's
but
okay. You
it's
just,
because of you.
I miss her. I miss her too.
Oh my God, I miss her every breath I take. I've been so sick this year. I thought I was going to die several times, and I thought she's the first person that's going to be waiting for me at that date. I can't wait to see her.
Oh wow.
Anyway, you were talking about this. I mean, I was always open with both of my kids. I've got a boy and a girl,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean, from the time they were babies, I was on this. You know, if anybody does anything, you come and tell me. And it only happened once. And this was a music teacher that my mom had been taking the kids to. And it was the first time he was ever alone with her, and he'd been teaching her lessons for 2 or 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And this happened, and my mom did the complete wrong thing and said my daughter was lying. Bad. And I never once, not a breath did I take that I didn't believe her. And all she had to say was that she didn't want to go back to take lessons anymore, and I knew. And I confronted him first, and then I went to the police, and the police were bad, so bad. They were like, do you really want to put your child through this? And I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? This person is teaching other kids behind closed doors. Yes, I want to fucking do this. This is important.
Right.
And I had some interesting offers from people or friends of mine. And there's many times I wish I would have just taken those instead of the route I took, because it was a rough way to go. And he is on the registry for life. And for a while, they kept him away from his own son. And my daughter is much more forgiving than I am. He deserves everything that happens to him bad. And my daughter is like, no, he deserves to be forgiven. He made a mistake. No. As a mother knows, that's not a mistake.
Right. Oh my
anyway,
God.
It was something that, I mean, I was completely vigilant of it, and it happened anyway. I wasn't just some lackadaisical mom who didn't know where my kid was and something bad happened in the neighborhood. This was under parental supervision that this happened after 2.5, 3 years of being with this teacher. This happened. And it's terrifying. It's terrifying looking after your kids. Our kids are grown now, but oh my God, this was a bad thing. And she was very shy and very reserved. And the only really bad repercussion that I saw physically out of her was after this happened, we went to the Oktoberfest down there by the on the middle of town. I don't know if you're familiar with that, Renee.
Okay.
But he was there, and she panicked. She panicked that he was there. And we just had to distract her and move on with the day.
Right.
I wasn't going to let her ruin our day.
How is she now?
It's a nightmare. She's good. She's very good. She can't understand why I am still so angry about it. And I can't forgive what happened. And it wasn't even, nothing even got to a very far point of this. It was the very first time. And she told me immediately. And it is so important to keep that line open with your children when they're young.
Definitely.
You have to on all aspects. So they come to you, and my kids have both come to me and told me stuff I didn't want to know. But I'm glad they told me so I could give them some guidance. And you just got to do it.
Right. Did you get her any therapy afterward, or did you all go to therapy afterward?
I'm a social worker therapist, so she was too shy to do that. But I was familiar with what needed to be done, and you know, she had a lot of love. Your sisters, your mom, they were all around, and everybody. It was a village.
Okay.
Kept her as safe as we possibly could and shielded from it.
Right. Oh wow. Oh wow. Do y'all have any questions for Miss Katie? Thank you so much for being brave enough to come on here and share your story. We really appreciate
I'm curious,
it.
which one was doing the mental health stuff?
Which one was doing the mental health? You talking about Ivy?
Or you just mean
Is that
speaking about
you?
mental health?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me.
Yes.
Hi, Miss Katie.
Hi.
Did you
I have a
just
question.
go ahead? Go ahead.
Sure.
I have a question on the mental health issue. I'm bipolar.
Mm-hmm.
I've always been open about what goes on in my life. If you put it all out on the table, nobody can talk behind your back. So I've just always been very honest about everything. But I've been really sick this past year, and I've been intubated twice, and they put you like in a coma during that.
Mm-hmm.
And I had vivid hallucinations, and they had not gone away. I can't
Okay.
remember what happened to me while I was under, but I can remember all those bad dreams. And I mean, how long did that take for that to stop?
Now, here's the thing. I am not a practitioner. I'm not a mental health practitioner. I'm just very damn diagnosed. So I just know a whole bunch of stuff about mental health. And honestly, if you're still having hallucinations, that sounds like something you probably would want to go talk to your mental health practitioner about. Because
Medication.
normally, yeah, I was just going to say
Not that I'm
more
still
than
having them. It's just that I can remember vividly each of them,
Okay.
which is
Yeah.
crazy. I mean, when you're completely out of it, you don't know anything else that's happening, but you remember that.
Mm.
hmm
And it
Yeah.
made me be really unsteady since I've been out of the hospital for a month and a half. This is the longest I've been out for a year. And my goal was to be out for not go back for a whole year. But
Right.
this past year's been terrible.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, my mother.
can I ask you a question?
Oh, go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
Katie, let me ask you a question. Are those were those like memories? Were they past memories that came back up, or were they
No,
new? They were new
no.
visions.
This was all new, scary, scary things. People that I didn't know were harming me, kicking me, hurting me. And I mean, I don't know, maybe they were messing with me, turning me or something, and that's what made me think these things. I don't know.
Well, when you
But
when you go under like that, what's
it's
happening
really
when you're in a coma? When you're in a coma, you're in touch with your subconscious, and a lot of times when your subconscious play back those stored emotional memories, they don't necessarily have to be in the form of
I'm a
people that
hot
you
fucking
know.
mess then.
Yeah,
Mm.
well, that's what I'm saying. So in order to get rid of that, you will have to do some inner work. So you got to do some inner work.
You know,
So
but
in order,
nothing bad has ever happened to me like that. I
well,
mean, people have been
it's not
mean to me,
about
but nothing like that. I've never been harmed.
understood. It's not about what's happening, like the event, but the emotions. Are you familiar with the emotions that you're going through? You've gone through those emotions before, or else you could not have experienced that. Okay, so if they were not, if you have not gone through that emotional, those are triggers, that's trauma that's stored already in your amygdala, and those just been called back up, even if it's in a whole different scenario. But it's really about the
Could it
emotional
be?
storage.
Could it be just
Hmm?
like something I've seen on TV or in life that I was afraid of? It's maybe
It
manifesting as these things that even though it
it
hasn't
could
happened
be.
to me, I've just seen it.
It could be because either way it goes, that it became an emotionally stored memory of yours, even if whether you directly experienced it or not, but you somehow had the experience in
Yeah.
some way.
My mother was bipolar, and she used to talk about like before it was popular, past life
Mhm.
regression almost. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
like regressing to another space and time that you didn't even understand that you were a part of. That's a complete and total different thing, though. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but still, Coach D, I agree with what Coach D said when he was like, you basically need to get somebody who can do some inner work, connect you with your shadow self, and it sounds like. Let me just say, it sounds like somebody who can help you do some inner subconscious work, help you with your inner child, help you kind of process your what do they call them? They call them your exiles, like the exiles from maybe your internal family systems, just things of
Mm.
that sort. That just sounds like some really good inner work trauma therapy, some
Yeah.
EMDR, some things of that
Are
sort that
you
can just
all
kind of.
are you all at all familiar with this medical group that they advertise on the TV? One's called Hers and one called Him. Are y'all familiar with that?
No.
No,
Don't think
is
so.
that
I
the
see these commercials, and it's for mental health counseling. And I mean, I have a new psychiatrist I'm going to next month for the bipolar, but I need somebody just to talk to about this kind of stuff.
Right.
And I was just wondering if anybody had any experience with that, if it was a good organization to work with, or
No.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I
It's
don't know
hard for me to
them.
get out of the house.
Okay.
Not necessarily sure about that specific group. However, there are lots of groups that you can join that are parts of like social media. So like Facebook, Twitter, things of that sort. Like people who have the same experience might be bipolar. In fact, you can go up and look on Facebook, and you
Oh
can just
yeah.
type in like bipolar groups or
Bipolar. A
whatever.
lot of groups will
Yeah.
come up.
Yeah, and then because I like women in mental health, different people who can help. They can speak to that
Yes.
experience, and they can help you kind of like process that until you get to your psychiatrist and talk to them, and are able to process this, because
Yeah.
it literally sounds like you need to go through
The
like trauma processing, like
The
EMDR.
psychiatrists are pretty much, they want you in and out, and they want to give you medicine, but they don't want to get into the whole what is going on inside
To the
your mind,
root.
other than let's medicate you.
Let
At
me
least
let me
that's
be
my
honest with
experience
you.
with them.
What you know? What you really need? You need some spiritual guidance.
What?
That's what you really need.
I believe so. And my God, I pray every day. Every night I pray for mental healing for me, and physical healing for me. And my dog passed away when I was in the hospital last time, and I was devastated. And so my son bought me a new dog from the pound, and he had issues. He had been a bait dog. And so I pray every night for both my new dog and me to have healthy minds and bodies. And so I believe I have an open dialogue with God multiple times a day. But,
Yeah, but I mean something
still have
beyond that.
issues.
I mean something beyond that, beyond just your personal relationship, with Source, and but I mean a development of and a reset of your own divine faculties. So that's a whole different way of doing it. It goes beyond prayer. It does involve like shadow work and things like that as well, but also a realization of those emotional, mental, and spiritual faculties and how to get them back in alignment.
Mm.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you'll definitely have to work on that as well.
I need to look up shadow work. I'm not familiar with that term, so I'll have to look that up after this is over.
Yeah, and that's just about getting to know that your shadow self, which we call like your it's pretty much just it's the remnants of all of your past experiences that you're still responding to and reacting to right today. So it's your shadow self. So then you have to look at that, and also you can see yourself and see how you are participating in whatever reality that you are experiencing, how that shadow self is actually participating in your current reality. And it's about gaining dominion over your shadow self that's going to allow you to take control of your reality. So you have to look at all these things within yourself.
Okay.
So I'll put my number up here. That's pretty much what I do. I'll put my number in the chat over here, so you can reach out to me, and I can guide you to whoever could help you with that as well. If whatever I can help you with. All right, I put my number in the chat.
That's really nice of you to offer. Here, let me. Oh, that's the same number. As soon as you post that information, I'll take a screenshot of it and have it.
Okay.
Because I probably will call you if you don't mind.
I don't mind. Absolutely. I just put it.
Gotta
in the
wait till we
chat.
get off the show, though.
Yeah.
I took a screenshot of it, so I have it.
All right.
All right.
Well, that's going to be a
Thanks,
good
Miss
conversation.
Katie.
Miss Katie, I want
Yeah.
to thank you for calling in and being a part of things people don't want to talk about. I know my mother would be proud, and I know she's somewhere smiling at both of us.
Yeah, she was everything to me, really.
Oh.
Everything. And I'm watching her grandbabies grow up, and I feel like they're my grandbabies because I don't have any biological grandbabies. So I'm loving each and every one of them who help you guys give me. So
Oh. Okay.
Leon's little girl just turned 16, and I remember the day she was born, and
Mm-hmm.
your mom and I left work without even telling anybody. We were so excited. We ran out the back door and up to the hospital.
Oh, wow.
We just left work with not telling anybody.
Just left. Oh, wow.
Maya.
Okay. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, he has a lot of kids. But we'll get into that later.
Oh boy, he does.
Yeah.
Trust me, I've tried to talk to you about that.
We all have. Yeah. Well, all right, Miss Katie. Thank you for calling in and sharing your story. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All righty.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful.
My mom was a part of her daughter's healing.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I heard that. That was beautiful. Oh, and look at the question. Can doubting a child's claim be traumatic?
Yes.
Hell yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You minimize. Go ahead. I'm sorry, y'all.
No, you're fine.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was just
not being believed.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. It's called when you minimize anybody's experience. You know, you minimize anybody's experience. That's traumatic. You know, think about. I mean, if you think about our community, period. You know what I'm saying? It's like people want to minimize our experience being Black people in America. You know, I mean that's traumatic. So if you think about somebody who's actually been, you know, a child whose mind is still being shaped, is still being formed, and you minimize or you completely not believe their experience, they're just taught to be like, okay, either they're taught one or two things: either my experiences are not true, you know, and nobody's ever going to believe me, so I can't trust in people who are taller than me, or either number two, they just believe that they are worse than, and maybe they get gaslit into believing, well, maybe I didn't tell the truth, maybe that didn't happen, and they start doubting their own reality. You go either way.
And then it becomes a safety issue, because if you doubt your child and that the other person finds out or does not find out, it makes the child feel unsafe because who's protecting me?
Yep. Absolutely.
They're going to grow up with resentment towards you because you didn't believe them.
Yep. And then Coach D, you were about to say, I thought you were about to say.
No, yeah, I have a couple of people in my life who that's their story, where they were denied. Their story and their incident was minimized, and also, like I said, they were gaslit to still being, even though they're grown now and they have very strained relationships with their mothers. So like I say, the mothers have to. You got to realize, you got 93% of children that get molested are molested by people they know. 93% of them, in the home. And so the thing is that we have to understand that this is happening. This is happening. So you have to protect. You have to protect your children, even sometimes even if it's from yourself. One thing that I always say, because I had a streak of girlfriends at some point, and every one of them had a molestation story, every last one of them. And I made sure, I said, you know what, my daughter would never have that story. Some of these young ladies were actually saying that it was their own fathers. Some of them saying it was their uncles or even their cousins, who were older. So, and I was like, yeah, my daughter won't ever have that story, and I'm going to protect her, protect her with the utmost. But you know what? And this is me being transparent. My daughter also had when I first moved to California, living in Long Beach, I met a girl. She had a daughter that was my daughter's age, and they were from St. Louis actually. And turns out that this little girl, she's had experiences every time she go home to St. Louis to her dad, and but she ended up molesting my daughter. The little
That's
girl did.
mm-hmm.
So and
Oh my
so
God.
yeah, so things like this. So my daughter, she came running in, and it was her mom who said, "What's wrong with you?" And then she said, "Well," and she said, "You better tell me." Then she told her what the little girl was trying to do to her, and then she finally told me that that little girl had done it to two other little kids as well. But it's because something was
Wow.
going on with that little girl that was happening in St. Louis every time
And
she
she
would
thought
go
it was
home to her
okay.
dad.
Thought it was okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you
Wow.
sometimes the abused become the abuser,
Yep.
and they
Yeah.
don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And a lot of times you got to
Absolutely.
get extra help for those children
Yeah.
to address it instead of just hollering and screaming and hollering about how this is not something that you're supposed to do. It really needs to be addressed with professional help.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just to answer this question, is reporting abuse to CPS advisable?
Yeah.
I don't know. Y'all are gonna have to tell me because I can't think of another like I can't think of why it wouldn't be advisable. Like I
Right.
just
Because
yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean
after you've called the police and they're arrested,
They're gonna report it anyway.
yeah,
You
that's
call
what
the
I'm.
police.
Yeah, hurt people
Yeah.
hurt people. Yes, they
yeah,
do.
they do. Yeah, they
I
definitely do.
still say do your best to keep them agencies out of your business.
Yeah, once you call the police, that
They do
It
what they
doesn't
do.
matter.
it doesn't
Once
even
you call
matter.
the
Yeah.
police, it's a
Yeah,
wrap.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But all of that. So
and I'm not sure any other way to handle it aside for the police gonna get called one way or another. But
Yeah,
you handle it
they need to
yourself.
go to jail. Yeah, they need to be held accountable. Oh my God.
No, I'm just
You got to
wait a
be
minute.
careful. What red
So
flags
I
should single moms watch for dating? Don't do.
so you said keep the agencies out.
well, the thing about it is, uh, and I can speak specifically about CPS in Texas. CPS in Texas have first of all they're a private entity, and but they have been maliciously taking families and splitting families up. They have also been caught and found out to be part of a trafficking circle. You see, so even CPS are taking kids and putting them in human trafficking. They're somewhat of a gateway. So this is why I'm saying this.
Mm.
So you don't, just because these agencies are, with governments and stuff like that, that doesn't mean that you can trust them. Particularly in my family, I stopped counting at 5, but I have several of my nieces and nephews who were taken away from our family, really for no reason. And I wouldn't know them if they're all supposed to be grown now, but I wouldn't know them if I saw them,
Oh
today.
wow.
So so
So
even so even for me,
no,
that's a very, very sore topic. And that's why I would never go back and live in Texas. That's how much it that traumatized me. They broke my family up, and there was no reason for it. None of the kids in my family was getting abused in any kind of way. So that's why I say keep them, because they go through hell and high water just to make sure they break up families, especially black families.
okay. So I just
Mm.
want to because Miss Katie, my bad. Go ahead, Renee.
No, go ahead.
God no.
Finish. No.
Okay, because I'm looking at also. I see the question too. I'm
Yeah,
looking also
I'm.
what Miss Katie said, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
attack
and
that
she
question. Go ahead.
yeah, and she was saying don't call the cops or CPS either. And I'm just wondering. So I'm gonna stick a pin in this because I really want for this question to get answered too.
Mm-hmm.
But my question is that if you know that your kid is being abused, then what is the impetus with that? Like, what is the next thing if you can't call CPS, if you can't trust the cops? And I know we definitely have a thing where we can't trust the cops. got
Right.
it. You know what I'm saying? Especially in a lot of Black communities. So my thing is that what's next? What do you do? And I also wanted to I know that you wanted to get to what are the red flags. I'm gonna be quiet because I got a bunch to say about that one. I'm gonna put
Okay.
myself on mute.
If you're not gonna be calling CPS and calling the cops, I hate to suggest to be the one to handle your business.
Right, because I was gonna say, what's the alternative?
Yeah, to handle your business because
I'd rather be on the stand saying, "Hey, it was self-defense."
it was two
Then-
ladies. I've heard this story before, and I'm gonna go ahead and tell it. Their kids came home late. Two friends at the house waiting for their children to come home from school. The bus driver decided to take those children to his home and have a little fun with them. And when the children finally got home, the young girl complained that he scratched her down there. So these two sisters got together, went to the bus driver's house, beat him to a pulp,
Mhm.
then took a pair of golden hot curling irons, stuck it up his ass, and turned him on and left him there.
And they went to jail.
Hmm.
So now who's left to protect the children?
Right.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You just got to be careful as to how you
So
how
what do
you
you
deal
do?
with it.
Don't call the police. Don't call CPS. Don't take matters into your own hands. Something's got to be done.
All I'm saying is you got to be careful. Even if CPS gets involved, you got to make
CPS
sure.
is going to get involved because the police is going to be called.
Well, this is what I'm saying though. When that happens, you have to make sure that you lawyer up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Protect yourself.
Mhm.
Lawyer up, because that is not an agency that's gonna necessarily be on your side. They have an agenda too.
Okay.
You see, lawyer
I can
up.
see that. I can see that.
Yeah.
Protecting yourself, protecting your interests.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can also see going to somebody's house to ask a few questions. I can see both.
With a G26.
Ma'am, listen, I
With a
told you,
G26.
I keep three
Hey.
bang bangs in the
Yeah.
house. I keep three. No, anyway, okay, I'm not
Yeah.
even going to.
There you go.
But
Military style. Please don't come through that
yes,
door.
ma'am. Please don't. Please do not, because this joint is protected by Smith & Wesson. Okay,
There you
so
go.
the question that was pulled up though, the one that said, yeah, look, I'm hoping the John's
What is that
right.
word?
There we go.
What
Red
are-
flags.
Should moms be
Listen.
watching for in dating someone that is too eager to meet your children?
Full stop. No, I won't even say that. I won't say number one off the bat. My thing is number one, if they can't take accountability, if they are easy to be caught in a lie, and if they cannot tell the truth. Like, let's just go ahead and just keep it like flat, because that is a stem of everything else.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that is a stem of
Gotcha.
everything else. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's yeah, you can catch people, and it's anything,
Right.
any lie. You know,
Mhm.
where was you like? I mean, did you go to the store last night? Oh nope, I went to the gas station. Got it. And Maurice said, determined that is a lie. If you starting off right there, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, let's just go ahead and kick it off right there. Those are mine. I'm gonna
I
go ahead
think
and
just
mute
the
myself again.
eagerness. You have to be
The
careful of the
eagerness,
eagerness of trying to develop the relationship with your children, because people can gaslight your children. That's why I keep saying stop taking these kids through these short-term relationships with you, because
Yes.
just like they gaslight you, they can gaslight your children and make them bring them in to trust them, just like they're bringing you in to trust
Yeah.
them. And then all of a sudden something happens. So you got to be real careful. And then my thing is, why do you want to meet my children so early? We haven't even decided on what we're going to, in the first 3 months of a relationship. And I know when you're young, everything is crucial and detrimental and has to be right now. And like my mama used to say, if he love you today, he'll love you tomorrow. Basically, slow down.
Mm-hmm.
You're so eager to think you got to get them and you got to keep them and you got to do these certain things and so on and so forth. And you want to build this family and you want to do these certain things. I want to have a family. He's willing to be a family man and so on and so forth. you just gotta start questioning and watching, and take those rose-colored glasses off,
Yeah.
because
Ooh.
just like I said, just like he's gaslighting you, he could be gaslighting your children, and that's how they get the child to be able to do things, is because they gain the trust. It's usually not it's not the crazy forceful way that we see on TV. Usually it's manipulation and luring the children in, because they want this to be a long lasting thing. So they can't be harmful, they can't be hateful, and they can't be abusive and leave marks. They have to use some type of swag and finesse, the same way they finessing the mamas.
Parents. They
They
gotta
doing
finesse
that with
their
the
children.
children. And sometimes they can finesse so well that some of these little girls and boys really think that they having a relationship with these people, because that's the only person that has ever shown them love like that, or only man that has ever shown them love. Be
Yeah.
careful and start thinking outside. Stop thinking about what you want and thinking about the things the possibility.
Right.
I was going to say, if we talking about red flags, let's go ahead and kick it this way and say, what are the red flags that single moms need to look for in themselves before they start dating?
Desperation.
Woo!
Desperation. You want
Let's
somebody
go ahead
so
and kick
bad.
that one right there.
I got a story for that. I
You
got a
want
story for
somebody
that.
so bad
I got a
that
story
you will
for
do
that.
anything as well as bring your children into a dangerous situation.
And I talked to a young lady this week, and I asked her, I said, do you mind if I share this story? She said, go right ahead. She has a friend who she used to talk to about her relationships with all these different men that she kept bringing into her home around her two little girls. Would even and took it and told her children that she wanted her children, her little girls, to call him daddy. So all these little girls has been calling all these men that she has been dating daddy. Even to go as far as to allow these men, so-called men, because real men don't move like this, so-called men,
Right.
to give these kids
They're
back.
not gonna allow that. Give them what?
Why? Yes, you heard me. Baths. They will. These
I'm just
men will
shaking my
be.
head because I've
These
heard the same
children will
stories.
be left home with these men while she go to work, and then he will put them to bed. And she said one girl would always cry until he left out the room. She said, I talked to her about this. They're no longer friends. They are no longer friends. So when you say desperation, there it is. To have a man in the house, you're willing to
Sacrifice your
your
children
children.
for just to have some type of relationship with that man.
But we talked about this last week, y'all. Y'all know sometimes sometimes women don't know better. You know what I'm saying? You know better, you do better. But the thing is that sometimes, I mean, like I explained to you guys before, I was groomed not to be a woman. I was groomed to be a wife. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just now learning how to be a woman. And I have been for years now. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is that I had to get beat up, busted down, picked up and thrown around and finally understand my worth to show me that I needed to be a woman. And I'm gonna tell you, a big thing is that my daughter did that for me, because I was like, there is no way, nowhere there's going to be another man who's going to come around my kid. No, it's not.
My daughter
But the thing
is very comfortable.
I was gonna say, I just want to say, and this may sound hateful, hurtful, and mean, and I don't give not one fuck about you hoes that that's got you. I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
Say it, honey.
My thing is this: the only woman that calls a man that's not their real father daddy is a prostitute. Stop fucking playing with these kids, and got these children out here calling these men daddy that's not their fucking father.
I mean,
3 and 4 month relationships, and now all of a sudden you talking about daddy, and you probably calling them daddy the same as you got your children. Just come on now.
Stop. Yeah, just stop. Don't be so eager. To bring
If he
someone
love
into
you
your
today,
home.
he will love you tomorrow. In the wise words of my mama, I did not understand that when I was young. I thought that I had to be so quick and had to jump on the bandwagon, and I got to get them real fast, and I got to do this, I got to do this. But if he truly loves you, today, love don't go away that easy. He will love you tomorrow. So you don't have to rush and do anything to be in love. That person is always going to love you if he truly loves you. So if you rushing and make sacrifices and taking away from your children, or allowing your children to be in compromising positions and so on and so forth, or making decisions based off of how this man feels and so on and so forth, stop. You got kids. If he loves you today, he'll love you tomorrow. It's going to be okay. He may not be the one, and that's okay.
Yeah.
But don't hold on to the one that's not the one and sacrifice your children and let him stand in the way to the one that is the one.
I like this question. What green flags should single moms look for in dating?
Patience.
Yeah, definitely patience. You want to look for
Patience.
somebody who is willing to take time.
Yeah.
Willing to take
patience.
time. Yeah. Somebody who's not necessarily interested in just being there automatically and all the time.
Right.
Right? Yeah.
Somebody that doesn't need to move in with you.
Ooh.
Shots fired. Someone who is accountable for their actions.
Yeah.
I'm just.
Because it's so many out there. Like, if he bringing two or three trash bags, or a duffel bag, or a tote, if we all on this panel move today or tomorrow, we need a truck, don't we?
Every single
And
last
some
one of
movers,
us.
and some movers, and maybe a storage, and so on and so
Some
forth.
movers, definitely.
Yeah, so I'm like, if all he got is some bags, come on now. That means he needs to move in with you.
Oh my Lord. Hey, well, let's go ahead and keep this a buck then. Are they really looking for love, or are they looking for somebody to split them bills? For somebody to pick up little, like,
No,
you know
the
what I'm
trash
saying?
bags ain't looking for nobody splitting no damn bills, because how you gonna split anything with your trash bag? You ain't got a couch, a chair. You ain't even, that's not even car. You can walk that over here.
Hey, you got a cup? You got a Dixie cup? You got a Dixie
Yeah,
cup?
I'm like, you don't even need a car. You can just walk that over here. Come on in here and sit your bags over here on the floor.
Okay, so I'll say another green flag. Well, I guess I want to ask the brothers.
Go right ahead, girl.
What are some traits that single women, single moms should be looking for from men that are from accountable stand-up men?
Well, I'm gonna say this. It all depends on the needs of the woman, because we're talking about what complements the woman. And since we all are living unique lives, every woman have a different need. Every one of them does. So you really can't. There's no blanket statement that can satisfy that particular answer. So this is what's important. If she don't know who she is and what her weaknesses and strengths are, then she will never choose right. If she can never admit those things to herself, she will never be able to choose right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's most of the people that I know.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why I said, what red flags do the single moms have that they don't understand that they are looking at? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you understand yourself enough to know and be like, oh, I could be a red flag in this area. I could be a red flag here. You know what I'm saying?
Or a green flag, because they see the desperation. Like you said, if you don't recognize you desperate, how you going to change that? And that's a green flag for any abuser. That you're so desperate to be in a situation. This is a go.
They definitely do. And I'll just speak. There's not a lot of there's not a lot of women that necessarily have the level of tenacity that you two sisters have. I don't know if you guys know that or not. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it a buck again. There's like a lot of broken winged birds out there. You know what I'm saying? And some of them are also single moms. And you live for people who sometimes people are just, they don't even understand how manipulative they are. You know what I'm saying? On both sides,
Right.
Yep.
either men or women, they don't even understand how manipulative they are. And
Yeah.
then, so hurt people, and if you don't understand yourself, or if you're delusional and you can't see the things that you are doing to either hurt yourself, hurt your community, hurt your kids, hurt your friends, things that's what breeds that's what breeds abuse.
Mhm.
That's what breeds abuse. I feel that a lot of it has to do with delusion. I'm still
Yeah,
sticking right there.
definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And this tenacity I've not always had. I've had a lot of it, but I haven't always been as hardcore about things, because I feel like I'm at a certain age that I've seen so much stuff and so many things have gone that I don't bite my tongue anymore about things, because sometimes it's just like some things just need to be said, and there's no easy way to say certain things. So but I just believe that, and this is on men or women, because we're constantly talking about men, but there are women out here that also will date a man for whatever reason, because they are sexual predators.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
it's easier
Yeah.
for them to cover up, because in our mind,
Yeah.
women don't do that.
It's more insidious if they're a woman. It is way more insidious, because even if you try to take it to the authorities, they're gonna be like, "What?
Right.
That's a woman doing that?"
Right.
I mean, think about it. You know what I'm saying? Serial killers, all of it. You know what I'm saying? It's a woman doing that, man. Those are the
Check the list. They're out there.
man. Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
And there are single fathers out here that have been sought out because they're looking for a mother, just like the single mother is looking for a father for their children. The single father is looking for a mother for their children. And
There you
sometimes
go.
people can see that, every predator can smell the prey.
Man,
And
come
Every
on.
listen to your
predator.
children. Listen to your don't listen to your children.
Yeah.
They'll tell you, Mama. I don't,
Yes, they will.
Yeah. But
they-
every predator knows how to pounce on that single mama or that single daddy. They know you want a mama so bad, so let me come in here and cook and do all these things and so on and so forth. And the whole time this person is an abuser. And I feel sorry for the men, because I'm sure it's harder to point out and harder to address a woman, because it's such an unusual, or we
Not
treat it like
unusual.
it's an unusual situation,
Yeah.
but it may not just
Yeah.
be unusual. It's just not
Yeah.
being addressed.
That part. Yeah. Because I mean, their Snapped is full of them, full of those types of stories.
Yeah.
The
Women,
story about
as women, we'll go to the police quick.
Mm-hmm.
But men, they may not be like, well, maybe it wasn't the way she thought. Why would a woman do these things? Or so we let a lot of things slide, not paying
Well,
attention.
only about 12% of rape concerning men, rape to men, are even reported. Just 12% of them.
That's
See,
true.
that's so sad.
It's very
That's
it's
true.
very low.
And because of that, because if a man goes to the police station and said that he's been sexually abused, I mean, the culture of just the culture in
Mhm.
general. We used to hear about that all the time in the military. It's like but I guess I shouldn't
Yeah,
say
you
that
see
out
my
loud.
facial expression. I be, girl,
Girl,
I'm
look,
sorry.
look, I'm good. I don't have no security clearance anymore. I'm fine. So I'm like, I'm good. I'm good with it.
There we
But
go.
seriously, I mean, that stuff happens a lot. It happens a lot, and men are way less forward about it. Will
Less
actually come and
likely to come
report it.
forward and say
Yeah,
anything about it. Yeah,
absolutely, absolutely, man.
because they don't want to
And
be
it's very
looked at
sad.
in the wrong light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was looking at I watched Snap. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I love all of those cop shows. I don't know why. It's just the psychology of people who are off to me. It's like it fascinates me, right? And watch the show. But look, I see you right there. I see you. No, but watch the show about a guy who was a single parent. He was a widower, right?
Mhm.
And after already had like all those feelings about losing his wife, da 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 da. And I mean, literally, the woman he invited into his house. You know what I'm saying? Killed him, tried to take the kids, took all of his money. I mean, abused the kids, like all of it. It was ridiculous. and then even tried to attack like some of the other family, the household members. And I was like, that's just ridiculous. So it happens both ways. Okay, I'm gonna shut up now.
No.
Predators know the prey. They know
Yeah.
prey
Yeah.
when they see them.
Yeah.
They sniff it.
Something. The text message. What was it? Even though the people that are on the smart sex offenders list are the ones that got caught, the ones that are more concerning are the ones that are still walking around.
Come
Right.
on, man. Come on.
So yeah, protect your children. Don't be so quick to jump into a relationship with a man, especially if you have young girls and young boys. You know, we can't just say young girls, young children.
Mhm. Don't be so quick to jump into a relationship with anybody.
Right.
Because you got, you got same-sex relationships. You got,
Yeah.
I mean, just chill out a little bit
Yeah.
and think about your children. And these children go through these relationships with you. So you need to know that those 3 months that you did with Bill, they did with them too.
Yeah.
Those 6 months that you did with John, they did with them too.
Yeah.
Stop dragging these kids through these short-term relationships and the turmoil, because sometimes you do date a good guy that they are hopeful that you may be with them, and they go through the same hurt that you go. It doesn't even have to be abuse. They go through the same pains that you go through, the same ups and downs that you go through. Stop taking your kids through that.
Yeah. Oh, go
I
John.
agree.
Go
He is
John.
on it.
Go
He
John.
is on it, man.
He is on it. Man. Love it.
Yeah.
Do you have any final thoughts, my love? Coach D. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait.
No. Go ahead.
You said you have none?
I was just gonna say, yeah, take time. You know,
Yeah.
as somebody with, I'm not gonna lie to you, as somebody with ADHD, right? Is like we chase dopamine, and
Yeah.
sometimes, and I've had a few toxic relationships because of the
Mhm.
fact that I'm like, oh, it's new, it's novel, and I was getting dopamine from that person, and had no
Mhm.
idea that I needed to slow that. I wasn't shown that. I wasn't shown
Right.
that at all. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
yeah, final thought is take the time, get to know yourself, know what
Mhm.
your red flags are.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then finally discern and think about getting into something, bringing somebody into your home.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And listen to your children. Believe them the first time.
Exactly.
Okay. Tonight's podcast, things that people don't want to talk about, brought to you by God Level. Oh, I'm sorry, Coach D. Did you have any final thoughts?
Oh no.
This has been
It's been nice.
so good to touch on these.
Yeah.
Thank
It's Miss
you.
Katie.
I appreciate that. Thank you to all who left a comment, including Coach D. Thank you to Miss Sinitra for Sinitra. I said it right?
Sinitra.
Sinitra. God, I am really bad with names. No problem. Thank you. You're welcome, Miss Katie. She came on to talk about life insurance. If you don't have it, her number is in the comment section, because we got to stop doing these French fries and fun me's. And like Aaron says, it'll cost you 3.5 grams in your smoke. We trick off 40, 50 bucks a month. You know what I'm saying? We trick off 40, 50 bucks
Well, yeah, that's
a
5 packs
week.
of cigarettes.
A week.
You can get that.
And you have children.
3 drive-throughs.
Get you some life insurance. Anything happens to you, guess what? If every Black person was insured, I think the killing would stop from the other side.
Because people will be rich.
Yeah, okay. And then moving on to Mr. Kenny. Thank you for giving us our first
booty, rocking everywhere.
That was a lot of ass. And thank you to the lady who allowed you to showcase
How
some
about
of her
thank
assets.
Facebook for not putting us off for that.
Right.
We survived.
I love it. That was right on.
Yes, it was.
That was right on time, John. Thank you, John. John is our producer. He's back there quiet. He only gonna talk when he feels the need to. Thank you, John. We appreciate you, Coach D, Ivy. Miss Aaron. Sorry, brother, you was having some connection issues. This is things people don't want to talk about. We will see you back here next week. John, you got me.